Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing another DIY transfer paper shirt video where you make completely custom shirts from transfer paper. And what transfer paper is I don't really have the fully technical version of it, but you print with a inkjet printer onto this special paper that you get from Joann's or Michael's. And then you put it down onto the fabric and you iron it onto the fabric, and the ink fuses into the fabric, and now you have your own design because you can print anything you want off onto that piece of paper and iron it onto your shirt. So I wanted to do an updated one because I had a whole bunch of new design ideas for these, and Shein offered to send me a bunch of super cute plain t-shirts and hoodies and all this. Look at all these cute colors. But I'm super duper excited. I came up with designs for all of them. I'm going to try to explain as much as I can because some people get kind of confused with this whole idea. But yes, inkjet printer, transfer paper. There are two different kinds. There's a light color transfer paper and a dark color transfer paper. The light color has a clear film to it, and you have to reverse all the images to put it down, face down, and iron it on. And the dark color, you just cut it out as is, and you face it straight down, no reversing, and you iron that on with wax paper in between. I'm going to be doing both today. I'm going to be combining the two. I'm going to have a design that has dark transfer paper, and then I'm going to put light transfer paper over the top of that. So I'm not sure if that's going to work, but we're going to try it. I've never seen anyone try it before, so that's just going to be an experiment. So yeah, let's get right into it. So first we are going to create the designs. I am going to be using a couple logos which I'm going to collect from Google Images and put into Adobe Photoshop, which is what I use to edit everything. And what I did there was just invert the image because I obviously didn't want a black background. And now I'm just selecting all the white, that way I can make it a transparent background, which I like to do just whenever I put all my designs together on one sheet. And then I just pick the color that I want my design to be and then save it as a PSD. So I like to get all of my designs ready at once to put all on the transfer paper sized sheet that I created in Photoshop. So I'm using up as much space on the transfer paper as possible. And then this is going to be a light transfer paper sheet, so I'm going to flip it horizontally here. And on Adobe Photoshop, I just go to Image, Image Rotation, and then Flip Canvas Horizontal. So for the first transfer paper shirt design, we are going to be using this plain white t-shirt, which is super soft by the way, and we're going to put this little tiny CC in the middle. And for this one, I'm cutting it out with an X-Acto knife. Some of them I do scissors, but for this one, I just found the X-Acto knife much easier. And then all you do is you lay it down ink side facing the shirt, and you iron it for at least a good 30 seconds, just until it seems like it is completely fused with the t-shirt. And then you peel back the backing very slowly and carefully, making sure that it is completely ironed down. And here is our very first transfer paper shirt all done. Next we are going to be using the same exact design t-shirt but in black, and we are going to be putting the Givenchy logo on it, which will be super pretty. And we are going to use dark transfer paper. So for dark transfer paper, you do not have anything reversed, and you want to cut everything out super precisely, exactly how you want it to look on the t-shirt. I also added some little paint splatters around too to iron on. And then this is the part where light transfer paper and dark transfer paper are very different, is you have to peel off the backing of the dark transfer paper in order to iron it onto the t-shirt. So I'm going to peel the backing off of all these, and the part that you iron on is much more flimsy and soft and fabric-like. And then this one took me ages to line up exactly how I wanted because of my perfectionist type tendencies. But once I got it all perfectly lined up, you put parchment paper over the design and then iron onto that. And then voila, your brand new perfect looking homemade designer shirt. Okay, so this next one is a total experiment because I am going to be combining light colored transfer paper and dark colored transfer paper in the same design. So first we are going to start by cutting out the dark colored transfer paper, which will be the CK part of the logo, which is the part that is more bold, so I can cut it out exactly. Also, notice that it is not reversed. And then the light transfer paper part of the design will be the smaller text which says Calvin Klein jeans that goes over the top of the logo. And I wanted to do this one in the light colored transfer paper because there was no way I was going to cut out each individual one of those tiny little letters exactly. So I'm just going to leave a little bit of space around, which the white will just turn transparent once I iron it on. Now I'm just going to peel off the backing of the dark transfer paper and cover it with parchment paper to iron it on. And now to add the light transfer paper, I'm also going to cover it with parchment paper as well because it'll still apply a lot of heat through the parchment paper, but I don't want to burn the dark transfer paper. And now to peel off the back of the light colored transfer paper and reveal how it all turned out. And to my surprise, actually, it turned out like perfectly, and I am in love with this new crew neck. So here's another one where I'm going to be using dark colored transfer paper. It is again a super simple design. It's going to be the Puma logo. And again, remember to peel off the backing of the dark colored transfer paper and cover it with parchment paper. And it is as simple as that. And then for this one, I'm going to cut it into a crop top because I thought it would be super duper cute that way. And then from a plain, boring gray t-shirt to a super cute designer looking crop top. The next one we are also going to be cutting into a crop top, and we are going to put another Puma logo on it, but this one's going to be the Fenty Puma logo, which I have so much of that brand and I absolutely love it. And I love their logo, but I don't see that many logo t-shirts for the brand, so I figured I would make my own with my own design and colors. And I'm just going to cut out as much of the white background as possible because it kind of leaves a clear white film. So yeah, just try and cut out as much as you can of the design because it will look more homemade if you leave on a lot of the clear part because it does show off as a shiny residue. One thing that you can do to make the clear shiny part more matte is to put the parchment paper over the top of it once you've peeled off all the backings and iron over it again, which will create a more matte effect. And now I have this super cute casual kind of flare sleeved Fenty Puma top. Alright, last but not least is a super teeny tiny and intricate dark transfer paper design, which is a little Adidas logo that I'm going to put on this black hoodie here from Shein. I cut this one out with scissors because since it's such a small design, the X-Acto knife would actually kind of start to tear the parts in between or drag it since it was such thin lines that I was cutting out, so I went with scissors. And then I did take a very long time lining this one all up as perfect as I could get it, and then I put the parchment paper over and ironed it on. And it instantly gave this hoodie just a little extra cute design that it needed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will definitely leave links to transfer paper down below that I would recommend, as well as all the t-shirts from Shein. I would also really recommend getting t-shirts from them because they're really good quality, they're really cheap, and they have a lot of good plain stuff that would be easy to transfer things onto. So anyway, if you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.